I'm Attorney Tracy Paulsen with Rightful Legal, and I've spent much of my career on both sides of complex asbestos litigation. Early in my practice, I defended corporations in product liability cases, giving me firsthand insight into how these companies operate, how they defend themselves, and the evidence they hope you'll never find. Today, I use that experience to stand with families whose lives have been changed forever by asbestos-related diseases like mesothelioma and lung cancer. For decades, asbestos manufacturers knew their products were deadly, yet continued to sell them without proper warnings, exposing workers, veterans, and families to a toxin that can take decades to reveal its full damage. When a company's product causes illness or death, that's not just negligence, that's corporate accountability through the law. A product liability lawsuit allows victims to hold companies responsible for designing, manufacturing, or selling dangerous asbestos-containing products without adequate safety warnings. These cases are not about simple workplace accidents. They are about defective, unsafe products that companies knowingly placed in the hands of hardworking Americans. Common asbestos products include pipe insulation and boiler materials, cement, drywall, and ceiling tiles, automotive brakes and clutches, gaskets, turbines, and industrial machinery, shipyard and Navy insulation materials. And even decades after exposure, these companies can still be held accountable if their products cause mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer or asbestosis. Because I've seen how these companies built their defense strategies from the inside, I know what evidence to look for, where it's hidden, and how to prove liability. When asbestos exposure leads to a loved one's death, families have the right to pursue a wrongful death claim. These lawsuits seek justice for families whose spouse, parent, or child died from mesothelioma, lung cancer, or another asbestos disease caused by negligent corporate conduct. Through a wrongful death claim, families may recover compensation as well. They can recover compensation for medical bills and treatment costs, funeral and burial expenses, such things as loss of companionship and support, pain and suffering that you or your loved ones have endured, and lost income and benefits. But no amount of money can replace a life that has been lost. But a successful claim may bring financial stability, accountability, and closure, and force companies to answer for their actions. At Rightful Legal, we bring together compassion, expertise, and strategic insight to every asbestos case. Because I once defended these companies, I understand exactly how they minimize, delay, and deny claims, and I know how to overcome those tactics to secure justice for victims and their families. We work with medical experts, occupational historians, and investigators nationwide to connect your diagnosis to specific asbestos products and build a case that stands up in court. You don't pay anything up front. We only get paid if you win, and we win compensation for you. If you or a loved one developed mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, or if you lost someone you love to asbestos exposure, it's time to take action. The companies responsible must be held accountable, and the law gives you the right to demand justice. You can call me today directly at 617-821-5856 or request a free confidential case review by visiting rightfullegal.com. You've carried this burden long enough. Let us fight for your family with the knowledge, compassion, and experience that makes the difference. Thank you so much.